You've remained upbeat so far, but can you continue to be like that given defeat in that manner?
In what manner?
Had to jump on them, you full forward kick 6, and they run over the top of you. Looked the team and got over the top of you.
Yeah, well, they kicked 7 straight in the last quarter and we kicked 2-8. So you could look at that too. But with all the key measures, we take a lot of story in. It's becoming a common theme. Inside 50s were good, clearances were good, tackling was good, contested possession was outstanding. So we've clearly got to have a look at our side, and we've got to tweak a few things up because some things that are really working for us, but it's not getting us over the line. And so we're relying on too few. So I've shown an enormous amount of faith in this playing group that we put out in the first month, and now we need to have a really good look at it.
You're saying all the figures seem to be good. That suggests that effort's there, but you're sort of suggesting it's inconsistent. Is it within the team you've got some getting a high output and some you're getting too little from? Is that the sort of the conclusion?
Well, look, I mean, we've got to have a look at all those numbers and have a look at why we're not getting the result from it. I mean, because we do have players who are playing some pretty good footy, but we're not getting over the line. So we've got to have a really good look at the reasons why, and a lot of it is skill execution and decision making, and a lot of it is we've got to have a look at the personnel who are up to this level at this moment, right at this moment, and clearly some are not. So we've got to have a look at the players who are in form in the VFL, and Werribee have had some really good wins this year, and North Ballarat, won on the weekend as well. So we've got to look at what else we've got on our list.
You said in particular your accuracy, you've spoken about kicking poorly in the last term when they kick very accurately, but there's a couple now who have looked over the last 2 or 3 weeks of culpable in that area.
No, I'm not going to individualise on who they are, but we've just got to look at the entire playing list, and the accuracy cost us, but I mean we are in winnable positions, so there was a lot more than just accuracy.
Did Boomer get hurt just before three-quarter time?
He's got a knock to his quad, so he just couldn't start the last quarter. He just needed to let it recover a bit before he came back on, but he's fine.
When you say relying on too few, is that the case in terms of Petrie? I mean, you looked fantastic when he was up forward and taking good marks and kicking goals, but then when he sort of floated a bit further up the ground, he might have looked a bit lost at times. Is that fair?
Oh no, I don't think Drew ever looked lost
Sorry, not
today.
Drew looking lost. You looking lost going forward if Drew was then further up the ground, not as a marking target.
No, I thought we had a look at our forward structure. We needed to make a few changes because we were getting the ball inside enough, but we weren't scoring well enough from those. So a bit of that's accuracy, a bit of that was structure, and no, I thought our tall forwards, competed well. That wasn't the issue today.
At 23 points up in the second quarter, then from that point on, is it a case of Richmond lifting or you guys dropping away? How do you explain?
Probably a combination of both.
Is this your toughest loss you've had?
This year? No, trust me, there aren't any good ones.
Thanks, guys. I was just wondering, Damien Hardwick was sort of cautioning fans and the media to not jump too hard to the north and said they had a difficult draw to the start of the year, 2 trips to Perth and all that. I mean, you've already spoken about this isn't the defining moment of the season, but there's going to be an avalanche of media on this over the next few days. Do you need to reinforce that message to your team that, this is only round 5 and keep going?
No, I don't want to keep going the way we're going. I mean, we've got to make some changes, so that's what we'll do. I mean, there are some things that we're doing well. There are things that we're doing really poorly. So, whether it's round 5 or round 10, we've got to fix those things. It's irrelevant what stage of the season it is. I mean, there's no point us eking out a few wins when we're smoothing over the cracks a little bit. So we've got some things we've got to fix up, and we've got to fix them quickly.
So is final still the aim at this point in time?
We've never had that. What we're focused on is the process of becoming a really good football side, and we're not there yet. We're nowhere near there. So, those things that you guys talk about, finals, they're the results of being a good football team. So we're focused on becoming a good football team, not worried about the results of it at the moment.
What do you make of the timing? I suppose better playing Port Adelaide coming off the loss to Gold Coast. I imagine they'll be pretty fired up.
yeah, I'd be disappointed if they were more fired up than we are.
Anything you can say about the mark free kick?
So they've changed the rules. You're not allowed to comment on umpires. So they make mistakes as our players make mistakes. Okay. Thanks.